Suing my mill for defamation after giving birth to my first child. Hello everyone, I'm currently recovering from having my firstborn, and thought this would let some of my frustrations out about the whole situation. For context, I am 26F and my husband is 29M. We've been married for 2 years. Honestly, his mill wasn't too bad at the beginning. She wasn't a super nice person, but my husband said she was always like this. She was always neutral when it came to me, not happy, not sad, not mad. This changed when I got pregnant. It also was when we had moved a few states away. This was not planned. We weren't trying to get pregnant and my job sent me to live in Washington, so we moved there and then I found out I was pregnant. Husband and I were elated, and with my new job and savings I have been building, we decided to keep the baby. We told his family after the second trimester, since I have a heart condition and some other chronic illnesses that made the first trimester difficult for me. It was emotionally and physically tiring and I was constantly terrified of losing the baby. But we made it and my doctors felt more confident, so we told our families over FaceTime. My husband's family was ecstatic. This would be their first grandchild. Phil especially was excited. He's the sweetest man. But Mill, for the first time, shared her own opinion. She didn't like it. She said, "If you knew you were having a baby, why did you move so far away?" She accused me to moving closer to my family so that I would cut off my husband's family. My husband told her that we didn't know about the pregnancy when we moved. It just happened at the same time. It put a bit of a damper on the mood of the FaceTime and we ended it early. Husband and I were both shocked at Mil's behavior, but brushed it off. Again, she never did anything drastic to make me think she hated me or anything. Over the next week she sent us email after email about houses back in our old state, trying to get us to move back. Husband told her many times we can't move. My job is here, and I had to be in person 4 days a week. We had found a wonderful house, and even though we weren't planning on having any children yet, this house is perfect for us. Mill then started sending apartments to only my husband. 1 bed, 1 bath, telling him that he could get one of these and bring her baby to them while I work. What the actual hell? Husband shut that down super fast, saying his life was here now, and he wouldn't be moving back. This behavior went on, but we ignored it, especially when we found out the baby might have my same heart condition. I had to go into to do a fetal echocardiography to check, and the stress started to give me palpitations. I was kept in the hospital for a few days for observation and then sent home. My husband was my rock during this time. Words cannot explain how much this man made me feel safe and cared for. This is probably why he didn't tell me of the continuing behavior of Mill, which I don't blame him for. He also was working more, making sure our move-in was going okay, and also the emotional stress of the whole pregnancy. During this time, Mill started sending baby stuff to our house, all male gendered, even though we told her we weren't going to do a gender reveal or anything. I think all of that stuff is tacky, and I'm not premeditating my baby's room or toys or clothes by their sex. Plus, the stuff she sent was ugly as hell anyway. Time went on and I got better. My baby will most likely have my same heart condition, but the doctor said that any care or treatment can wait until post-birth. They're not worried about it at this time. Mill started posting on Facebook how her baby was in danger because of my poor health and accused me of intentionally trying to ruin the baby's life. I'm not on Facebook and neither is my husband, so we didn't know about this. Well, my due date comes and goes and my baby doesn't want to come out, so I am induced into labor. People say you forget how bad childbirth is, and I don't know when that happens, but I hope it's soon, because god damn, it was traumatizing. I won't go into detail, but both my husband and I were relieved when it was over. Because of my stay in the hospital, she knew which location I would be giving birth at. Once she knew I was being induced into labor, she got on a plane and showed up to our house. She called my husband over and over again, but he never answered cause he was busy becoming a father. That's when she showed up to the hospital at 3 in the morning looking for us. Luckily she wasn't able to get into our area because we were close to the NICU and there is extra security there. She called my husband again, and when he answered she started yelling at him, telling him that she missed the birth of her baby and that she will never forgive me for this. She did not me ruin, she was in the hospital. Husband was exhausted and just told her he'd call her back later. Husband went downstairs to get coffee and saw her. She demanding to see the baby, and when he said no, she freaked out again, claiming I was breaking the family apart. She said I purposefully got pregnant as we moved, so I trapped us in Washington. and basically unloaded all her thoughts and opinions about me throughout our entire relationship. Husband told her to go home and that he'll talk to her later. I had a girl, and both my husband and I love her so much. We got our own supplies and clothes, and we donated the stuff Mill bought us. We both stayed in the hospital 2 weeks. In that time, Mill posted on Facebook like it was her job. She found pictures of babies with a different ethnicity and posted them. Not saying outright that I cheated on my husband, but letting other people think that. When husband and I took our baby girl home, that's when everything caught up to us. One of Mill posts went viral, where she was asking for advice on how to claim guardianship of a grandchild if they are being abused by their parent. Like, legit lawyers commented links and messaged her. People asked for our address to call CPS. Once they researched her profile page, they found my husband and I. They found his work, my family. My family's business Yelp reviews were tanked. And the police did end up coming to our home. I had been home from the hospital for 4 days. I had only had 4 days with my baby. My husband dealt with everything. And my cousin is a counselor for an attorney and is going to help us file a lawsuit against her for defamation. I am so exhausted and overwhelmed with this information. I'm in therapy, mental and physical. My therapist said it's good to write down what happened and how I'm feeling. I don't even know if I'll post this or for how long it'll be able to stay up. I love my husband. I love my baby. But this entire experience has made me so depressed. I don't know why she did this. I don't know what changed.